Keep her eyes on me. I'll still be your head in the battle.
Warning. Spoilers ahead for The Witcher Season 4 and what's coming in Season 5. The Witcher Season 4 didn't just bring change. It unleashed one of the most terrifying villains the franchise has ever seen. Leo Bonhart, played by Sharlto Copley, makes his gruesome debut, and from the moment he appears on screen, you can feel the danger. This isn't your usual Witcher villain with a tragic backstory or a noble cause gone wrong. No, Bonhart is something entirely different. He doesn't kill for power, politics, or prophecy. He kills because he enjoys it. With the arrival of Bonhart, Netflix's The Witcher has taken a much darker turn, pushing the show into the kind of psychological horror territory we haven't truly seen before. Fans familiar with Andrzej Sapkowski's novels know just how twisted and terrifying this man can get. But for everyone else, Season 4 is just the beginning. Bonhart is not just another antagonist. He's the living embodiment of cruelty and chaos, the kind of man who turns suffering into entertainment. And what he does to Ciri will change her forever. When Bonhart first appears, he seems almost unassuming, a bounty hunter hired by Skellen to kill Ciri and the rats. But it doesn't take long for viewers to realize this man isn't motivated by coin, he's motivated by blood. His introduction scene, where he brutally defeats a Witcher just to prove a point, says everything about his personality. He's disappointed that the Witcher dies too quickly. He wanted the fight to last. He wanted the suffering. That's the kind of man Bonhart is. Someone who doesn't just kill, but takes pleasure in dragging his victims to the edge of despair before delivering the final blow. Unlike villains like Emhyr or Vilgefortz, who are driven by power or destiny, Bonhart has no grand design. There's no philosophy behind his cruelty. It's all instinct, impulse, and enjoyment. That's what makes him the scariest kind of villain, the kind you can't reason with. Emhyr wants control over the continent. Vilgefortz wants to master magic. But Bonhart? He just wants to watch people bleed, and that's exactly what makes him so unforgettable. When Skellen hires Bonhart to kill Ciri, who at that point is using the alias Falka, he doesn't hesitate. But here's the chilling part. Even though he's being paid to kill her, Bonhart doesn't see Ciri as a mark. He sees her as prey, a challenge. When he captures her, instead of delivering her body, he decides to keep her alive. Not out of mercy, but because killing her too quickly would ruin his fun. This decision sets the stage for one of the darkest chapters in Ciri's entire story. In one of the season's most disturbing moments, Bonhart forces Ciri to watch as he decapitates Missile right in front of her. He makes sure she doesn't look away. He wants her to remember the horror, to live with it. And that's what defines Bonhart. He doesn't just kill people, he destroys them from the inside out. He breaks their spirit before taking their life. It's the kind of psychological torture that makes even the most hardened Witcher fan feel uneasy. But as awful as Season 4 gets, it's only the beginning. Bonhart's true cruelty will unfold in Season 5. In the books, after capturing Ciri, he forces her to fight for her life in the arena at Claremont. Day after day, she's pitted against professional killers, assassins, and monsters. She's trained, beaten, and broken, all for Bonhart's amusement. He doesn't just want her to die. He wants her to transform into something darker, something like him. These scenes are some of the most harrowing in the entire Witcher saga. Ciri, who once fought for survival with a sense of honor and hope, becomes trapped in a living nightmare. Every fight, every death she witnesses, pushes her closer to the edge. And through it all, Bonhart watches, smiling. He's proud of what he's created, a warrior molded through suffering. What's fascinating, though, is how Ciri turns this torment into strength. Bonhart's twisted training teaches her skills she'll later use against him. Every punch, every cut, every lesson she endures becomes a weapon. And when the time comes, she'll use them to bring him down. But before we get to that victory, Netflix is likely to make us sit through every ounce of her pain in Season 5. Now, if you've read the books, you know where this is heading. Bonhart eventually meets his end in one of the most satisfying and brutal showdowns in the entire series. After escaping his clutches, Ciri crosses paths with him again at Stygia Castle, Vilgefortz's stronghold and the stage for the Witcher saga's final battle. By then, she's not the same frightened girl he once tormented. She's hardened, furious, and ready to end it. Before their confrontation, though, Cahir, one of Ciri's allies who has sworn to protect her, steps forward to face Bonhart. But it's a hopeless fight. Bonhart kills him mercilessly, delivering one final trauma to Ciri before his death. That's when she finally snaps, using everything she's learned, ironically from the same monster who tried to destroy her. Ciri fights Bonhart in a battle that's as emotional as it is brutal, and this time she wins. Ciri's killing of Bonhart isn't just revenge. It's closure. It's her reclaiming control of her life, her body, and her power. After all the pain he caused her, after every scar he left behind, she gets to end it on her own terms. It's poetic justice, the kind that only The Witcher can deliver. And if Netflix stays true to this storyline, Season 5 could easily become the darkest and most emotionally powerful season yet. Sharlto Copley's casting as Bonhart couldn't have been more perfect. Known for his intense, unpredictable energy in films like District 9 and Elysium, Copley brings a terrifying realism to Bonhart. His performance is not cartoonish or over the top. It's disturbingly human. That's what makes it work. You believe this man could exist. You believe he could walk into a room, smile politely, and then slaughter everyone inside without blinking. It's that calm, calculated cruelty that makes Bonhart more frightening than any monster in the show. What's also fascinating is how Bonhart changes the dynamic of the entire story. Up until now, The Witcher has focused on powerful political players, kings, sorcerers, emperors, and monsters driven by prophecy. Bonhart isn't any of that. He doesn't care about destiny or power struggles. He's the human embodiment of chaos. He exists purely to remind everyone, Ciri, Geralt, and even the audience, that evil doesn't always come wrapped in ambition. Sometimes it's just there, smiling, enjoying itself. And that's what makes Bonhart so vital to Ciri's journey. He's not just a villain, he's her final test. He's everything she's been running from, everything she's feared she might become. When she defeats him, she's not just killing a man. She's killing the part of herself that almost gave in to darkness. Of course, the question remains, how far will Netflix go with this story? The Witcher has already taken creative liberties with the source material, and it's possible they might change how Ciri and Bonhart's story ends. But if they stay true to the spirit of the books, fans are in for a gut-wrenching ride. Season 4 has already laid the groundwork for this. We've seen Ciri lose almost everything. Her friends, her freedom, her innocence. Season 5 will be about reclaiming it. And Bonhart will be the obstacle standing in her way. Every great hero needs a villain worthy of their story. And Leo Bonhart is exactly that. So as we head into the final chapter of Netflix's The Witcher, prepare yourself. Because if you thought Vilgefortz was bad, you haven't seen anything yet. Leo Bonhart isn't just evil. He's what happens when evil forgets it needs a reason. And when Ciri finally faces him, it won't just be a fight for survival. It'll be the moment she truly becomes the legend she was meant to be. Ciri versus Bonhart. That's the showdown that will define The Witcher's final season. And when the dust settles, one thing will be certain. Monsters come in many forms, but none are as terrifying as the ones who wear a human face.